Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's talk about this, new upcoming score ranks and rewards in Subjugations. On the JP side, there is quite a community stink over it. We can think about what new means here. We can think about what grade means here, which is what they said in the JP version. We can go over who is saying what about it, and we can think of some ways to improve Subjugations. It's my personal policy as a YouTuber to talk about global drama with the global community and JP drama with the JP community. I don't like to cross-pollinate drama because, we got our own problems. We don't need to take on theirs as well. But here I want to make an exception because Subjugations is just as obtuse and clunky and demanding for global users as it is for JP users. And although some people would tell you that global and JP have different metagames, they in fact have the same metagame on the same schedule, so the concerns JP users have and these changes will apply to global players just as much. So most people are assuming that new here means SSS++. Could the naming get any more ridiculous? For a handful of top-level players like Neku in JP or SirotTube in global, this makes sense because they are getting ridiculous scores well past what is needed for +10. But they themselves, including other visible members of the JP community, have come out and said, this is not what we want, this is not what we need. And if it is indeed going to be higher ranks, this is a devastating misread of the community by the developers. One of the things gaming communities hate most is when developers seem tone-deaf and out of touch with what the community wants. JP users have complained about Subjugations from the very beginning. We don't like 9 costumes with character limitations, we don't like 3 waves, we don't like how there's no in-game explanation how the game works or how to play. And then later it was like, we don't like the lack of end-of-season rewards, we don't like seasons throwing out our scores, we don't like task kill. And then this year, with the addition of Quest 5 and shiny coins, it was like, we don't like shiny coins only available in plus score runs, we don't like how plus score runs are so demanding. The people who enjoy and do well in Subjugations are called Ijosha, or weirdos, I guess is a nice way to translate that. A point of personal pride, folks that cleared all the Recollections of Dusk quests the old way were also called Ijosha, so yeah, I'm a weirdo too. But they took my favorite game mode away from me, goddammit. I will never stop being angry about that. Anyway, dissatisfaction with Subjugations has been long running, but it reached a peak with the Nier Day survey in June. They asked, what game mode would you like us to improve? And JP folks flipped out. They were like, for one thing, all of them, do your job. And for another thing, we've been complaining about Subjugations all this time. Fix Subjugations. And they voted that as the highest thing, while casual players voted for daily quests. And now here we are with the announcement of new grades and new rewards, and the dissatisfaction has hit another peak. But yeah, Neku and SirotTube were like, no thank you, we prefer if you would make the game mode more accessible, not just for weirdos. And Null, he recently started doing YouTube, he made a video complaining about Subjugations, and that kind of opened the floodgates. The comments section immediately filled up with folks complaining about the mode. I hear of other JP YouTubers gonna make videos about their opinions about Subjugations. So yeah, people are upset. They see the developers as tone-deaf and out of touch. This has got to be a factor why sales are in a 3-month slump. And although the new additions aren't coming until the end of the month, I kind of feel like the developers have to address this topic at tomorrow's livestream, which I will live blog in my community posts as usual. So the JP News used the term grade, which is curious. That's different from rank in the global news. Before you ask, yes, they could have easily said rank in Japanese, but they didn't. They said grade. Everyone seems to be thinking that means rank, so like SSS++, but I'm wondering if it has to do with scores or scoring. My pie-in-the-sky best-case scenario is they keep the available ranks the same, but adjust down the scores needed to achieve those ranks. That would be cool, right? Maybe also they would add grades in between existing grades, like an SSSS score that sits in the range between SSS 10 and SSS plus 1, and then gives you shiny coins. That would help out people right on the cusp. The new rewards thing is interesting and worrying at once. Could it be a second round of Blackhorn weapons, Awakening Stone exchange metals, Mama exchange metals, something related to karma, exclusive debris items, exclusive costumes? We'll see, hopefully tomorrow. Alright, and finally let's talk about how to improve Subjugations, and I'll just point out the 3 ideas I liked best that I saw around social media. One is to put timers on buffs and breaks so that we have a better idea of how long they will last. Another is releasing a one-wave version. I think that would be much less stressful. Another is aimed directly at cutting down on task kills, and that is to guarantee that all regular attacks when equipped with a proficient weapon will be 5 hits, and that the single target attacks from the boss would only ever target the guy on the left, for example. Task kill is the number one thing keeping me from aiming higher. I would rather use my time to make videos, but if they could guarantee those 2 things, that would be pretty amazing. That's it for this video. I love talking about this stuff. When I say I am an industry watcher, this is part of what I enjoy, because mobile games is not just the in-game stuff, it's the relationship between the developers and the user base, the push and pull of economic concerns versus giving the players what they want. I enjoy watching the developers, seeing how they succeed and fail, because it is so hard to succeed in the mobile gaming industry, and so easy to fail. When a game succeeds, it's super interesting to see how a well-run team runs and puts out stuff, how they make users feel good and rewarded, and how they address and bounce back from failures, if they manage it at all. Maybe it's because I'm old, but I enjoy this aspect of mobile gaming too, while also being able to compartmentalize my love for Nier Reincarnation or whatever game I'm playing at the time, separate from all of that. But yeah, it's because people love the game that they complain. They want it to be even better. Okay, I think this will be my last video before the live stream tomorrow. Again, I'll be live blogging it in my community posts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.